Hello friends, welcome back. We are studying the reactions of carbohydrate, and in our previous video we have seen the epimerization and the reduction reaction. In this video we are come across the oxidation reaction. So how the oxidation is possible on the carbohydrate or a sugar. So first, the oxidizing reagent is used in the carbohydrate chemistry is a bromine water. So the bromine water is a mild oxidizing reagent, and when it is reacted with the aldehydes or a aldoses sugar, it can give the product as a acid. That means the aldehyde in the sugar is converted into acid. That means CHO is converted into COH, and initially the color of a bromine water is a orange in color, and when it is reacted with the aldoses, it gives the product as a acid. Okay, and the color of the solution is a colorless. That means initially the color is a orange in, and the final product, the 2Br negative we get. Therefore the color is a solution is a colorless. But this bromine water cannot react with the ketoses, because in the ketoses there is a CH2OH present on the carbonyl carbon, which cannot be reacted or which cannot be oxidized with the Br2. Therefore the ketoses cannot give the reaction with the bromine water. Therefore there is a no reaction when the bromine water is reacted with the ketoses. So if we can distinguish, therefore we can distinguish the aldoses and the ketoses by reacting this sugar with the bromine water. And also we can find whether the given sugar is a aldoses or a ketoses. So when we add bromine water to any carbohydrate, and if it converts to a colorless solution, that means the sugar is aldoses. Okay, and if there is a no color change, then the given sugar is ketoses. Therefore for the distinguish we can use this bromine water. Okay, so let's see the reaction. That means the bromine water oxidizes aldehyde functional group, but it cannot oxidize the ketone or alcohols. Therefore, the aldose can be distinguished from ketones by observing reddish brown color of bromine. The oxidized product is a aldonic acid. So let's see. This is the D-glucose. This is the aldose sugar. Okay, and this is the functional group aldehyde, and when it is reacted with the bromine water, the bromine water is a orange in color. Okay, so this is the mild reducing reagent. That means this CHO is converted into COH, and we got this glutanoic acid. The given structure, given sugar is a glucose, therefore the product is a glutanoic acid, and we got the 2Br negative, which is a colorless. That means initially orange in color, and the product is a colorless when it is a aldose sugar. Okay, but when we react the bromine water with the ketose or a, for example we take a fructose molecule, we react the fructose with the bromine water, then there is a no reaction. Therefore this test or this reaction can be used to distinguish whether it is a ketose or a aldose sugar. Another oxidizing reagent is a Tollens reagent. The Tollens reagent can oxidize both aldoses and the ketoses to aldanoic acids. For example, an enol of both D-fructose and the D-glucose. As we know, the D-glucose is a aldose sugar excuse me, and the D-fructose is a ketose sugar. But the Tollens reagent gives the product, or it can be react with the both sugar, that is the D-glucose, this is the ketose, and D-glucose, it is a aldose sugar, because, and as well as the enol of the D-mannose. That means the enol of ketose and this aldose are the same. Therefore the Tollens reagent can oxidize both aldose and ketose. In our general chemistry, the aldehyde Tollens reagent is used for the distinguish aldehyde or a ketone molecule. Generally, the aldehyde gives the Tollens reagent test positive and the ketone gives the Tollens reagent test negative. And here in the fructose, there is a ketone functional group. Whether here it is a ketone functional group, but it gives the Tollens reagent test positive. Why this is so? Because the enol of D-fructose is same as that of the aldose, that is the D-glucose and the D-mannose. The D-mannose and the D-glucose are the aldoses, and if we form the enol of D-glucose, D-mannose and the D-fructose, all the enols of this sugar are same, therefore they can give the positive Tollens taste. So you can see the structure. Here it is a D-fructose, and in this structure there is a carbonyl group. It is a ketone functionality. So if it is a ketone, then it cannot give the Tollens reagent test positive, but it can be formed the enol as like this, and this enol is gives the Tollens test positive. Hence we write here the enol of both D-fructose, D-glucose and the D-mannose are the same. This is the enol of D-fructose, and also the structure for the D-glucose and the D-mannose are the same. Okay. So how it can be formed? Here initially the extraction of this hydrogen, and it can be formation of, here it is a double bond, and after the abstraction of proton, here it convert into CHOH. Okay, that means the enol of D-glucose, D-mannose and the D-fructose are same, and it gives positive Tollens taste. So these are the aldose sugar, and this is the ketone, that is the ketose sugar. So the after reacting the Tollens reagent is a ammonical silver nitrate. It gives a acid as a product. Our next oxidizing reagent is a HNO3. Both the aldehyde and the primary alcohol groups of an aldose are oxidized by the strong oxidizing agent such as the HNO3. The oxidized product called as a aldaric acid also reacts with HNO3 to give more complex product mixtures. So you can see here the HNO3 is a strong oxidizing reagent, therefore it can oxidizes this aldehyde into acid, as well as this alcohol, this is the primary alcohol, also oxidizes into acid due to the high reactivity of this HNO3, and we got this manneric acid as a product. That means when we react this D-mannose, the aldehyde converted into acid and the primary alcohol converted into this acid, and this structure is called a manneric acid. So these are the oxidizing reagents. I hope you understand. Thank you so much for watching.